Hi, I'm Patty Perrin, writing as PTL Perrin, and this excerpt from Reflections of a Misfit is about a road trip I took with my mother. When to stop. Two things I've learned from God are that God blesses those who help others, and you'd better listen to those in authority over you. Mom and I continued along the desolate Tamiami Trail. We passed a man bent under a loaded knapsack, walking in our direction on the opposite side of the road. As soon as I drove past, God told me to offer him some water. But Lord, he's way back there, and there's no place to turn around, I said, thinking I should be excused because the swamp bumped right up against the road. Oh boy, my insides began to quake, and the voice in my head became very insistent. Offer water to that guy now. The road suddenly widened after a narrow bridge, and I flipped the minivan around and headed back. The young man graciously accepted the water Mom handed to him out the window, and then I knew water was God's code word for ride. When he settled in the van, he told us the most amazing story. I'm on a faith walk, he announced. I'm a minister, and God has kept me on the road for quite a while. I've just walked from Naples, and it's taken me 2.5 days to get this far. You can imagine the conversation that took off from there. What a launching point. Zach's journey began in Seattle, Washington, where he felt the Lord telling him he was never to hitchhike or to ask anybody for anything. He learned to depend solely upon the Lord for all his needs. When God leads someone along that difficult road, there's a strong purpose behind it. Zach may very well have been a prophet, although you won't hear that from him. In 1 Chronicles 16:12, it says, "They wandered from country to country, camped out in one kingdom after another, but he didn't let anyone push them around. He stood up for them against bully kings. Don't you dare touch my anointed ones. Don't lay a hand on my prophets." Mysteries surround us. When we told Zach we were heading to Coral Castle, he asked why. I told him I had seen a program about it on Ancient Aliens. When he asked me why I, a Christian woman, would watch such a program, he opened a can of worms, and the worms started crawling out faster than I could stuff them back in. First, I assured him that what I was about to say in no way negates my belief in Creator God and his Son, Jesus Christ. The Word of God is full of mysteries. In the Bible, visitations from the angelic realm were common. Ezekiel's visions, the Nephilim, who were the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, New Jerusalem descending from the sky, are some of the examples of mysteries and visitations we have no real explanation of. God is far bigger than we can imagine. Isaiah 55:8-9 says this, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." I never believed the pyramids were built by slaves hauling tons of rock up to the place in the exact spot with the exact measurements needed to create the monument we see today. I don't believe the Aztecs built their pyramids in the high Andes using llamas and primitive tools. And I don't believe a 100-pound, 5-foot guy built the Coral Castle by himself with handmade tools at night without some knowledge we've either lost or haven't been given the secret to. How did they do it? Ed, who built the Coral Castle, took the secret to the grave with him. God telling me to offer water to Zach is a mystery. Who am I to hear such clear direction from God? Why and how did God put him in our path at that exact place and time? I'm no different from you. It's not about you and me. God has mysterious ways. Thank you for listening.